Hello, this is Cat Knight Alexander, and welcome back to my, uh, whenever stream of Final Fantasy XIV. It's time for some role quests. Finally put the role quest finale in the game! Which is all the way... here. It seems to be here. Okay, let's go. There we go. Time to hunt down a rogue bunny girl. Cat Knight, so good to see you. I was hoping you would pay us a visit. The Landsguard received word from the various nations you visited in your search for the treasures, and requested that we inform you of the latest sightings. They also send their earnest gratitude for your efforts. It seems each of the 5 criminals has been brought into custody. Although some had to be tracked down after you trounced them, they now await the judgment of the governments they wronged. I thought all was well until I overheard some customers saying that the Passage of the Unbound had new leaders. The shop was so busy that I couldn't find a chance to speak with them before they left, but I felt compelled to report what I heard to the Landsguard. Ah, evil bunny girl. She's hot. Crazy, though. Maybe. It was a sobering reminder that as long as our leader, Appa Yahi, is free, she can rebuild and scheme again. You must have learned about the organization's workings during your search. Do you remember anything that might help us find out what she's up to? Each of her leaders was carefully selected from different regions, so she, considering her name, must be from Tural. So we should search here. I see, so there was a method to her recruitment. Stands to reason she might rely on it again. Landsguard also managed to dig up information. One of those apprehended that the Passage of the Unbound received their funds from a shady mercantile outfit located in Ul'dah. I have an idea. If Appa Yahi really is recruiting members, we could feign interest in her cause to get close to her. You might be onto something. We even know a woman she's never had the pleasure of meeting. Cat Knight. I know we're asking a lot from you, but any information you extract from Appa Yahi and her new cohorts could prevent further incidents. What do you say? I can do that. Undercover mission it is. I mean, I'm a Reaper. I look evil enough. We're very grateful. A small warning, however. We know 5 treasures were stolen, but there could be more. Whatever you do, don't treat Appa Yahi lightly. I suggest finding out what power she has at her disposal and what her goals are before making your move. Which reminds me, those you aided are most eager to see Appa Yahi apprehended. We'll tell them you're hot on her tail. For now, why don't you travel to Ul'dah and ask around? Perhaps our quarry has already tried to recruit disillusion into her ranks. Getting the feeling I might actually be wrong about where we fight the sandworm. But at the same time, Appa Yahi sounds like a Turali name. It makes sense for the finale to be in Tural, not Ul'dah. So... the breadcrumb seems to be in Ul'dah, though, so we'll go there first. I have reason to believe her target is Tuliol. It just makes sense. It's the last region the Passage of the Unbound has not targeted. We'll see if the plot makes sense. Call me a jaded cynic, but I'll believe it when I see it. As soon as the first instance area borks on me, then I'll take that guy's advice. But until then, I know a trap when I read it. I know a trap when I read it. Villains who wish to topple the nations of the world, I'm afraid I haven't heard of such a group. There are no shortage of complaints about the Sultanate. Most common are gripes about market fees, to hear the merchants tell it. Every one of them is a single bad bargain away from an empty coin purse. I can't say they go as far as treason, though. Oh, damn. Ooh. After this, I'm gonna have to stretch. My back is a little... Ugh. I don't know the name of here, but I do know of a strange man. Each day he stands aloof, staring at survivor these dead eyes. Last I saw him, he was near the market board. Oh, it makes my stomach churn just to imagine he might still be there. Okay, I need to stretch. Ooh! Oh! 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 Eh. Oh, that's better. Oh. Oh. Mmm. Oh. Shifty-eyed blokes, more shifty than usual, you mean? Well, just so happens a strange man tried to strike up a conversation with me not too long ago. Said he liked how eagerly I gave those bastards in the brass blades a piece of my mind. He invited me to a gathering of people who sought true freedom, as he put it. I didn't like the smell of it, hence you find me here. It seems a suspicious man has been recruiting disgruntled citizens for unknown purposes. Perhaps you can get his attention by showing how angry you are near the market boards. God damn it, man, I'm so fucking angry! Square Enix can't write a good plotline, and now everything costs so damn much in the game! Man. Too much? Do I have to target the market board? Let me guess, I have to target the market board. Oh wait, there's a shiny thing there. Everyone's just standing on it, so I couldn't see it. Okay. Stop standing on the quest objective. How am I supposed to know where to stand to be angry? Appropriately? How in the hell do I target the fucking... I can't remember what the key... whatever. But come on, there's gotta be a way I could... Do I actually have to target the shiny? Because that's annoying if I do. Oh, finally! I was getting angry with how angry I had to get. You there, mind letting me bend your ear? I sense in you a kindred spirit, one who's tired of being trampled on by the high and mighty. I think there's a place for you in our organization, the Passage of the Unbound. You might have heard tell of mysterious artifacts being used to incite unrest across the world. That was our doing. The oppressed finally striking back at the oppressors to win back the freedom they took from us. But we mean to aim even higher, and for that we need more good men and women to lead us. Women like you. As long as I get my own artifact, I'm in. Heh, I like your gusto. Mayhap you have what it takes. Look, I know how to respond to these woke commie idiots. You don't say down with the oppressors. You sound like a useful idiot. You talk the real lingo. You're like, I want power. As long as I get power. I'm your guy. Or in this case, girl. Because that's what they really care about. Oppression. Liberation. That's all sophistry. Gotta understand the psychology of your prey. Mayhap you don't. Either way, you'll have to pass the audition first. You want a seat at the table? Prove you're worth our while. One of our own is standing by at the Gold Court. Show him this handbill, and he'll lead you to where you need to go. Okay, let the infiltration op begin. Time to channel Urianger. Maybe I should have done this as Astrologian. I'm kidding. I look plenty evil enough as a Reaper. There's no way they'll suspect I'm the protagonist. What do you want? I'm here for an audition. So you wish to lead others upon the passage, eh? You're welcome to try. But fair warning, this may be the hardest trial you've ever had to endure. Are your loins properly girded? That enthusiasm will take you far. Now then, follow me. The audition will be held in this room. Even those with the blackest hearts have balked at what we put our potential leaders through. So I'll be listening to your progress with great interest. Enter. Can you hear it? The cry of a child too young to know fear. Can you see it? A black bird in flight, its wings staining the azure skies. Can you feel it? The shape of the world as it should be? Molded by hands free of feathers? The passage to a new morrow lies before you. The passage of the unbound! And with that, let's begin the audition for our new round of leaders. May the selection committee please take their seats. You look disappointed somehow. I understand. You expected to meet our founder. My apologies, but you'll need to prove yourself ere you are granted such an audience. Now, tell us your name. Gotta win confidence. They may be liars and sophists, but, you know. Say your true name. Cat Knight Alexander at your service. Cat Knight. The Cat Knight. You would play at being one of the realm's most beloved heroes. Take this as honest criticism. Your capacity for deception is hardly equal to Samadare's, so I suggest a more humble alter ego. On to the next question. Why do you wish to join us? See? When you're dealing with liars and sophists, telling the truth is always the way, because they never believe the truth, because they expect everyone else to be lying. If you refuse to answer, they might have figured out that you actually were the Cat Knight Alexander. The warrior of light, the protagonist, you know? Like, yeah, just tell them the truth. They won't believe it anyway. Jack Sparrow their asses. They'll never believe it. I was impressed by your previous leaders. Especially that psycho Joker chick in the Healer role quest line. I think I could cause just as much chaos. Spoken like someone whose only ambition is to serve. We require hearts bold enough to remake our organization in their own image. Enough about your ambitions. What can you do? I could take on anyone or anything in a fight. Anyone can fight. You do know we're trying to topple nations here, don't you? We don't need someone with muscles. We need someone who can grasp the reins of leadership and lead us to victory. That's enough questions for now, methinks. Let's see if this one has the guts to stand against an entire nation. This traitorous cur sold us out to our enemies. Chop off his head for us, will you? Oh, what's wrong? Having second thoughts? Take the weapon in hand. Oh my, look at those eyes. A killer's eyes. Well, I'm convinced you could put that down, though. This was all but a ruse, you see. I figured as much. Nothing you do is genuine. You wouldn't ask a new recruit to execute your enemies. The new recruit might not be loyal. You played the traitor most convincingly, my boy, and now you may leave. Let's see. Oh yes, your final task. Strike a pose that captures your essence. Go. Considering these are a bunch of jokers, doing a dance would actually be hilarious. Let's do a little dance. Time to dance like you're completely unbound by sanity. Oh my. Such confidence, such grace, they quite literally emanate from you. I believe we're ready to make our decision. You truly are singular among the other applicants. We can confidently say you've passed the first audition. But of course, they probably made it impossible to fail. Not just for gameplay purposes, but, well, the answers don't really matter. They don't care about the truth. So, they just want to see you confidently and boldly say anything. So just say shit. As soon as you start groveling before them and like asking for permission, then you know. Then you failed. It's a test of character. Even hard-boiled Shaltafit nearly cracked under the pressure of our inquiries, but you remained composed throughout. Congratulations on your impressive feat. Our agent awaits without to guide you onto the next step. Okay. You'll be unable to return. Well, I'll leave the Hall of the Unbound. I have no reason to be in here anymore. Get me out of this room. I don't want to be in a room with fucking jesters, let me tell you. You thought we'd welcome you to the fold after a single audition. I'll have you know our standards are higher than that. I know. By the way, if you had failed back there, I'd be guiding you to combat training right now. Can never have too much father for the cause, after all. Not many have been where you're going. But don't celebrate just yet. The hardest part is still to come. I see, I am no longer a useful idiot. I am now the useful, intelligent man. It's still a con, but I'm slightly more useful to them. I passed. You must endure one final test. And seeing as how important it is, our founder will be conducting it herself. Excellent. She was here a moment ago, but something compelled her to leave for the Sagoli Desert. Always has she followed the slightest whim. Show some initiative and find her among those massive dunes. Don't be intimidated. You're truly meant to lead us. Fate arranged this meeting long ago. Ooh. To Forgotten Springs we go. Am I really just going to fight her out in the Sagoli Desert? Is that how this is going to end? That's the lamest ending ever. At least have her flee to Tyrol so I can hunt her down like the rabid... Oh, not dog. Rabid bunny that she is. This is anticlimactic. This is just the ending. Like, that's it? This is the destination for the final battle? I don't believe it. Ah, evil bunny girl is over there. And it does not seem to be an instance battle, so... Yep, she's testing out the totem. A small sandworm. Final boss, and it's probably her and a big sandworm. Say relatively small. I was expecting bigger. Stop. Shake. Spin. Now come. Not on stream, lady. I don't want to see a sandworm do that. Oh, she meant move forward. Yeah, that's. I knew that. Good boy. Good boy. Works as well as I remembered. No beast is too great for the artifact's influence. Oh. Any beast? Well, it could be something other than a sandworm, then. What are you doing here? Do you fancy strolls amongst nondescript sand dunes? Or is this not a chance encounter? I was sent here to meet you. Next part of the initiation. Is that so? My underlings see potential in you. Ah. Well then, let us proceed straight to introductions. Remember my name, the architect of the passage, Apiyahi! You wish to be one of my chosen leaders. There's but one requirement. Boundless charisma! Extraordinary strength and unparalleled intellect. Nothing. If you lack charm, no one will follow a boar. Yet when spoken with the right tenor, even wicked words can resonate with small folk and rouse them to action. They'll gladly throw themselves in the thick of battle for a cause they believe in. Our cause! I did well in forming my first cadre of leaders. Their absolute devotion to indulging their own desires moved even me to tears. For all their faults, I still wholeheartedly believe they were worthy of wielding the artifacts. Make me believe the same about you, and I shall gladly take you under my wing. Well, now's your chance to impress me. Tell me, what do you wish to gain by overthrowing the nations of the world? Power! Power is the one thing you do not seem to lack. Even so, your ambition drives you to ever greater heights. Such a trait is crucial for one who would embrace wickedness. As for me, I only want one thing. Freedom! My village prospered amid nature unrestrained, while those in it were bound by the rules of society. Our roles were determined at birth. Some would hunt, some would weave, but none were allowed to follow their hearts. Obedience meant a life without hardship, yes, but I couldn't suffer the task I was burdened with. So in defiance of those stifling customs, I went into the forest to hunt, and returned to my village with a prey mightier than any that had been caught before. For this I was rewarded with exile. My banishment was a blessing in disguise, for it helped me realize I could survive. I could thrive, unbound by rules. I also understood that many, like my souls, yet suffered under the subjugation of state. I resolved to become an example they could follow, to build the passage that would guide them to freedom. So she's a literal bunarchist. I get the feeling Square Enix does watch Zep's streams and went, I have an idea for a character. Let's turn an emote into a character. Bunarchy! Overthrow the system! But enough myself. There's something I wish to see. Follow me, but be wary of the beasts that infest these sands. Okay. As I said, beasts abound in these parts. I could kill them myself, but this presents an opportunity. Let us commence the practical exam. Defeat these creatures by whatever means are at your disposal. What? Oh, fine. Whirl of Death. Gluttony. Oh, I'm definitely selling the whole I'm evil angle to this chick. I'm literally using the power of darkness against these Sandrakes. That was a fine show of strength. Fine enough to impress the meek into following you, I dare say. Very good. Now follow me. We are not far. That reminds me, off stream I need to... At 4 p. Pacific Standard Time. Emergency, please be aware that it is currently unknown will be completed. See to... It's 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time now! Oh, come on, game! Okay. Log out. Maybe I could data center travel to Chaos really fucking quick. Come on, come on, come on. Gonna have to data center travel to Chaos. Let's start. Come on. Visit another data center. Select world. Chaos. We'll just do Spriggan. Confirm. Proceed. Turns out Light was actually Bork and someone wasn't trolling. Woohoo! Okay, log in. Now it's time to break Chaos. Okay, and Forgotten Springs. Time to head all the way back. Finale of this gotta take place in Tyrol. Here we are. I've heard the stars are breathtaking from this vantage. In Ul'dah, they would charge you to view the sky from a place like this. If there weren't enough hands grasping at our coin purses, let us wait a while and see if the stories are true. Indeed, it is every bit as beautiful as they say. It's a worthwhile trek, wouldn't you agree? The light from those stars traveled all the way from the edge of the firmament, obstructed by nothing on its journey. Free. Actually, they're bound by the universal speed limit, light speed, but, pop off, Queen. Yes, they're totally free. Objective reality is not binding whatsoever. She's got a few screws loose. We people have the same capacity, each of us a star unto ourselves, the light of our lives illuminating the farthest reaches of the heavens. I do too, I just don't think they're unbound by shit. But, whatever. Damn, I'm trying to move my damn foot! Ah yes, you've passed, by the way. I knew I wanted you with me as soon after our first meeting. Friends and allies gravitate towards you, don't they? I can tell. And so, to honor your induction into my inner circle, I shall award you with an artifact of power unequaled. Woohoo! I've officially joined the Communist Party of Aetheris! I'm in the inner circle, baby! Is what I would like to say. Unfortunately, my stock of magical objects has been much depleted as of late. Oh, man. Are you truly so crestfallen? I suppose I cannot fault you for staying true to your ambitions. The artifacts wielded by the previous cadre were purloined from across the continent of Tyrol, where they were enshrined as objects of great power. Alas, we had greater need of them. Mine, however, came into my possession long before that. After I was exiled, I traveled the world to seek a place that was truly free. Disillusioned by every nation I set foot in, I eventually crossed the ocean to Tyrol. In the remote outskirts of Zack Tyrol, I came across an ancient and forgotten ruins. No shot! Did I call the entire role quest? Are we going there? Oh, that's Tender Valley! I called it yesterday! In the remote outskirts of Zack Tyrol, I came across ancient and forgotten ruins. Within, I encountered the spirit of a Yaqui who called himself the Wise One. I asked the Wise One where I might find freedom, and he told me this story. When I yet lived, my people ventured into Zack Tyrol, but before we could settle here, a terrible sickness struck, and one by one, many lost their lives. I sought a way to conquer this affliction, crafting an instrument that could harness the powers of mighty beasts. Thus was the first treasure created. Alas, I was too late to save my brother, and yet I knew I could save others from our fate. And so I traveled across the land, bestowing the treasures upon struggling tribes. I wish to create a place where people bereft of a home can live as they wish. Such treasure could help me realize this dream. Your conviction is plain to see. That is true. 5 treasures have I bequeathed. There is one which remains sealed away. Its power is far too dangerous. My conviction means I can wield it responsibly. I beg you, bestow the treasure upon me. My words must have swayed him, because the spirit's final act was to honor me with the relic before disappearing. I will use the power entrusted to me to shatter the rules that stifle us. That is why I created the Passage of the Unbound. now you are one of its leaders. Stand by my side, and together we shall release the people of the world from their chains. And there are people who will say this game is woke because of Wook Lamont. This is one of the most anti-woke storylines in the entire game. All the woke idiots on both sides of the horseshoe are literally being shit on in this quest line. Whoever wrote this is a comedic genius. Like, yes, just make fun of woke people. How? Make the role quest hunt down woke idiots. That's your role quest for Dawntrail. You know, I'm starting to see why I like Dawntrail more than some people. I appreciate the side quest more than I appreciate the MSQ, to be honest. The role quests are the best part of this expansion, unironically. I did not initially intend to spend so much time in these wastes. Do ensure you master that pose I showed you, although I've only recently invented it. I expect every member to be capable of striking it at a moment's notice. With that, I cordially welcome you to the Passage of the Unbound. Pose of the Unbound. You have learned the emote Pose of the Unbound. Is it / Unbound? That would be convenient. Oh, it is! I got it right without even looking at it. I had a feeling that's what it would be. Okay. Enforcing freedom! We've got to be the vanguard, guys! How will people be free if we don't force it on them? Now that the night sky has energized us, it is time to take action. Our goal is no less than to see every nation of the world crumble, yet we must start somewhere. I was struck by how much had changed during my most recent visit to Tural, and I gathered the first group of my chosen leaders. At the time I encountered the Wise One, no ruler had united the continent under one banner. Uncertainty was in the air, but so was the scent of freedom. I had never seen a place quite like it. So much did it intrigue me, in fact, that I adopted the Shitona name for myself. Yet now that same freedom that I found so appealing is bound by the restrictions of state, and each day that passes, those binds grow tighter. I knew it! We're going back, baby! That is why our first course of action shall be to return it to Tural, to what it once was, to liberate it from the tyranny of Tuliyomal! Yes! I knew it was going here! My previous leaders were avatars of self-indulgence. They never quite grasped the concept of overthrowing a nation. It falls to us to set a precedent for future leaders to follow. Go to Tural and get the lay of the land. Venture to, Shaloni! Go to the Catboy tribe in Shaloni and rendezvous with my enforcers at the local tavern. You may await further orders there. We're going to Shaloni! I knew the confrontation was going to take place in Shaloni! Oh, I knew it! Oh, I knew it! I love being on the money! The final confrontation is probably going to take place out in the desert. Oh. Well, time to relay the intel. Cat Knight, you are returned. Were you able to track down Apiyahi? I see. Her methods for testing the mettle of her would-be leaders are as unique as the candidates themselves. Yet learning that her next target is Tuliyomal only makes this sinking feeling in my stomach worse. This revelation doesn't come as a complete surprise, you see. We've heard whispers of a plot against the city, and have been aiding the Landsguard with investigating leads. While you were abroad, some familiar faces showed up to lend a hand. Oh, speaking of Vidral. Excellent. It makes sense. It's the final role quest. All the other role quests coming together as one. When Brookhavu sent word you meant to pursue Apiyahi, we were eager to join the hunt. Yet, right as we were arranging a ship to cross the ocean, we spied a suspicious group disembarking at the port and decided that we might better aid you by tracking their movements. They claimed to be looking for work and obtained permission to travel to Shaloni. Yet, upon arriving, they went to work of a different sort, asking anyone they could find about Tuliyola and the inner workings of its government and defenses. When not bothering the people of Shaloni, they loaf about in, who was that place. The master of the tavern there said the group spent long hours talking to other patrons. Spent! Grammar! Proper words, okay? That wasn't me. I was just, my brain was like, wait a minute, that should be spent, right? Like, there's, the master of the tavern there said the group spent long hours talking to... Yeah, translation error. It should be spent. Whoever translated this from Japanese to English failed. Okay. Spent long hours talking to other patrons, rarely ordering a thing and going on about some plan. Okay, I corrected the sentence. I didn't butcher the sentence, I corrected it. For once, I did the opposite. Clearly, they are enforcers. The enforcers Apiyahi mentioned. We need to find out what they're planning and how Apiyahi's treasure fits in the picture. Then we can figure out how to stop them. Let's split up. If these enforcers are as talkative as they seem, I'm sure it won't be hard to eavesdrop. Let me help too. I have an idea that might make things easier. But it requires Cat Knight to aid us. I hope you can oblige. I got this. No worries. Hunting woke idiots? Closest thing I have to a job other than playing video games all day. No worries. I got this. This is combining my two skills into one. She's about to be deleted. Then it's settled. Roshkana, Tepeke, and I will work to uncover the nature of Apiyahi's treasure. These link pearls should make it easier to communicate. I bought them from a foreign sailor. I knew they'd come in handy sooner rather than later. Alright, once we discovered something, we'll meet you at the Aetheryte Plaza and that place. I'm not pronouncing that. That's just letters to me. That's not a word. That's not a name. It's letters. Now then, follow me and I'll tell you about this idea of mine. Cool. What's your idea, bunny girl? Okay, what's the plan? Give me a skinny. I have something that will make our job a lot easier. The Dreamweave Cocoon. The village elder understood how much it means to me to bring the unbound to justice for their crimes. They entrusted me to do so once and for all. You've met this Apiyahi in the flesh. Yes, that means you can use the cocoon to imitate her. Oh yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I was like, is this the imitation one? I'm like, yes, it is. Okay. I get the plan now. Time to become a master of disguise. You can do that? Why? I was ready to use stealth and deception, but this will make getting information we need much easier. I'm thinking exactly, but it will all be for nothing if Apiyahi reaches them before we do. So let's make our way to Shaloni at once. Okay, to Shaloni we go. Shuffler boogie, baby. Ante up. I took a peek inside and saw a few rough-looking types who didn't sound crawly gathered around one of the tables. Doubtless there are targets. There's no one fitting Apiahi's description, so she probably hasn't arrived yet. This is our chance. We can hear everything from out here, so we'll keep watch in case Apiahi makes an appearance. If she does, we'll call you on Link Pearl. Alright, Cat Knight, take the Dreamweave cocoon in hand, and in your mind's eye envision that wicked woman. You will be transfigured into... Yeah, okay. Yay! I'm now a Viera. I can't wear hats anymore. Life sucks. Now, they could totally fix that by just, you know, making it where Viera can wear hats, and then I would just drink another Fantasia and go from Aura to Viera like I did Mikote to Aura. But, I mean, that would be giving the customer what they fucking want, and why the hell would you ever do that? Oh, boss, wait. You told us not to trust anyone, even yourself. If you are who I think you are, then do the pose. We've all got sore arms from practicing it so much. She should have never taught me this pose. It's a cool pose, don't get me wrong, but she should have never taught it to me. No one but you could strike a pose half as inspiring. We've been waiting, boss. It's time to counter Bunarchy with Bunarchy. Oh, let's do this. Now that you're here, that means it's time to mobilize, right? You remember what the plan is, right? Of course, boss. We each memorize a different part to make sure we don't forget it. We'll launch our attack from the gates of Tuliolol. Cerulean barrels will blow it to bits in a fantastic explosion. And Elaret's concoction will give us the strength to crush the Landsguard like ants. A simple plan for simple villains, don't you think? Keep pressing them for information, Cat Knight. And how will my artifact aid you? What you'll be having. Your finest libations to lift our spirits. What? You're actually ordering something? You told us the free don't have to spend coin just to sit at a table. Cat Knight, we see the real Apiahi approaching. Uh-oh. We have to buy time. Keep the henchmen talking. You there, excuse me, I wouldn't go in here. The drinks are more water than spirit. Is that so? Well, good thing I'm not thirsty. No, the food. There's no food either. They've sold every last dish. What? And they have the gall to remain open? Greed run amok indeed. Luckily, I wasn't planning on ordering anything. I'd rather die than become paying customer. Have you no shame? Damn, she is a true communist. Damn, that is impressive. This is a level of not wanting to spend money that only Karl Marx himself could probably achieve. There was something else. I didn't think there was. You were supposed to shore up our numbers, right? You said the artifact of yours would give us an army. Well, did it? Cat Knight, get out of there. She's coming in. Uh-oh. Oh, you're already here. You move quickly. Well, that means we can get started all the sooner, once Tuliotl succumbs to our wrath. Together we shall celebrate the return of true liberty to Tyrol. Now see to your preparations and join us upstairs. We strike when I give the order. Man, close! They got attention of this quest down pat. Damn! This is arguably better than the MSQ. They should have put the role quest writer on the future patches. That the Hildebrand guys. This is awesome. That was close. I don't know what would have happened if we were found out. We couldn't hear what you were saying while we were trying to distract Apiyahi. Did you get anything we can use? That's great. Tintoa and the others have just arrived themselves. Let's go meet them. I heard you ran to Apiyahi at a tavern. Tell us everything that happened. I see. Her plan is to strike at Tuliotl from the Shaloni side. Then we could focus our defenses there. You said her minion spoke of an army being summoned by her treasure. That matches with the story we heard. It was told to us by one of the Vipers. We hope their expertise in tracking deadly beasts, such as Tyrol Vidral, the very source of our treasure's powers, might provide insight into the capabilities of hers. Apparently, they received reports that creatures across Tyrol were falling under the thrall of a Shitona woman. Even the most feral of beasts obeyed her like a docile lamb. Yeah. That was what happened there. I saw Apiyahi command a massive worm. Well, we now know what our enemy is capable of. I've heard that some animals hunt by hypnotizing their prey with sound, smell, or even magical energy. Perhaps Tyrol Vidral, whose essence lies in her treasure, was one of those, but it's difficult to say which. Even so, we know Apiyahi's plan and the threat we face. We can prepare for whatever she might throw at us. We'll cut off her advance at Zorgor the Boundless. It'll take everything we have to drive her back. But if we fight as one, neither her nor her beast will take a single step into Tuliotl. I'll stay here for a while and keep an eye on things. If Apiahi makes a move, I'll contact you at once. Can you tell Raul Majun what we've learned? Okay, back to Tulioli we go. This is way longer than the Hildebrand questline. To be honest, I would have much preferred the role quest came first, then the Hildebrand stuff. Because the Hildebrand stuff, I would have forgiven it for it being really shorter than usual if it just came after the role quest stuff, which is really fucking long, you know? I'd be like, well, the patch is in 2 months anyway, who cares? Nice bit of filler content. They go, well, at this point, it'd probably be less than a month, wouldn't it? Yeah, and the patch was in November. Let me do some math here. November to December, January. And it was beginning of November, right after the election. So, pretty much like mid-November. So, mid-November, mid-December to mid-January, January to mid-February, mid-March. It would probably be mid-March. So, a month and a half. We have a month and a half more of 7.1, roughly. Okay. She's bringing an army of beasts to our doors, there's so little time to prepare. The treasure can bend ferocious beasts to its will. We must consider the possibility it can be used on people, too. I'll bring this information to the Landsguard at once, that they may begin readying the city's defenses. I know neither you nor they will let a single citizen come to harm. This is it, Cat Knight. With any luck, Apiahi and her cronies will soon be languishing in cells. Bar the passage. Okay. You said Tantawa was keeping watch in Shaloni, right? I suppose no news is good news. Uh-oh, bad news, they're attacking. Apiahi and her minions are preparing to depart. It's time, everyone. We make our stand before the gates of Tulioli. And here I was, hoping that Apiahi would turn herself in. Well, I suppose she'll just have to be brought in by force. She might have that treasure, but she doesn't have our allies, and she certainly doesn't have you. Today we stop the Unbound, and tomorrow we'll welcome a dawn in Tulioli free of their shadow. Okay. Teleport with Shaloni. Fly over there. Battle on the big bridge. Battle on the big bridge time. Although the circumstances that brought us together were less unfortunate, I am confident that in the end we'll be the stronger for them. We won't allow the passage of the Unbound to wreak havoc on Tulioli. Today, Apiahi and her ilk answer for their crimes. Oh, multi-stage battle. If this is happening on the big bridge, holy crap, it just hit me. An army of monsters on a big bridge, multiple phases. This is just Zombar from Chrono Trigger. Okay, let's do this. And I guess that makes Apiahi a female Aussie. Hell, Apiahi the pickle. Oh, I would love if they referenced that. Just reference that. Just go all in on the Chrono Trigger reference. Fuck it. That and a little bit of Final Fantasy V and the battle on the big bridge. They're here. We knew you were coming, Apihai. You and your gang of thugs won't be going any further. So you've chosen to join the other sheep, have you? How disappointing. I offer you so much more than the life of a lapdog. Incorrect, bunny girl. I saved the universe. I am the bloody shepherd. Villains like you don't deserve freedom. True. Commies don't deserve freedom, and neither do fascists. Of course you would say. You are Eosia's savior, after all. I knew it from the moment I saw you, and I suppose now you're asking yourself why I was so forthcoming with my plans. I wanted you to see what we fight for, to realize the beauty of true freedom, and devote yourself to the pursuit of it as our ally. Alas. Your allies only follow you because the treasure has them in its thrall. No one would willingly follow such a reckless leader. So naive, cat girl, so naive. Interesting. You think I have the power to command others against their will? Well, don't you? Oh, you are far more foolish than I believed. I would never rob anyone of their freedom. She's gone. Not gone. Here. Look, beast approach from the Tuliyolan side. Pincer attack. But how? We committed too heavily to this side, and now she strikes at our blind spot. We must open the gate! The path to a new tomorrow lies ever before us. We need only be brave enough to walk it. Yeah, you're about to be unburdened by what has been. Got it. Leave this lot to us. You tend to the others. You should have saw that coming. I would have defended both sides. Huh, weird. You could never trust anyone when dealing with these types of people. But I suppose the cat girl gave it away. They're so fucking naive. They believe that people would never willingly follow her. Yeah. Over here. Got it. Oh, yeah! Battle on the big bridge! Oh! As a Final Fantasy V fan and a Chrono Trigger fanboy. Oh! I'm in hog heaven right now. Let's go! I hope they do this again for Hildebrand with bringing Greg back. We need... Look, Battle on the Big Bridge is so good that they did it multiple times in multiple different games because it's that good. Do it more than once in Dawn Trail, and I'll be happy. I'm easy to please, Square Enix. Just more Battle on the Big Bridge, please. As I feared, my creatures cannot live up to the real thing. How about this? Oh. Oh, that's a strong one. Yep, that was the creature she was indeed riding. She recreated it in all of its glory. Wow, this is hilarious! And people will say my Data Alexandria and or potentially Data all of Tural being Data theory is incorrect. And yet we've had... Well, let's go over this. Oh, actually, I'll go over that after the fight. Focus on the fight. I mean, look, they're recreating it. Look, they're recreating everything out of nothing. What's next? The entire fucking continent of Tyrol? Tank Buster? Montepeke? Okay. Since I'm playing Reaper, I wish they were just playing Battle with Magus. Just go all in on Xenan Bridge references. I mean, there was no... But that boss theme did not play on the bridge, but I mean, like, just Reaper-only battle theme, let's go! Pick everything up. And then... knock it down. Could smother them in flames and send me your protection? Okay. Cool. Cool. This is the America expansion. Drone strike! Drone strike incoming! Oh, shit. Excellent. So I cannot rely on numbers alone. Keep them distracted, my darlings. We'll be fine. Go after Apiyahi. Pursue Apiyahi. And Tower needs help. Okay, coming. Ooh, let's go. Thanks for the help. Now catch up to Apiyahi. Okay. There she is. Don't think you've won yet. You're so strong to be sure, but so is this! Woo! Minotaur! Yeah. Okay. And time to build up. Limits are just more rules to be broken. That doesn't look good. Uh-oh. Worry not. Get behind me and you'll be safe. Oh! She's giving it her limit break. Why can't they just get paladins and trust? I mean, I know everyone in the group shares a limit break. I mean, just... make it where paladins could sacrifice themselves to revive the party. Or something. Or sacrifice themselves where they could revive the healer so the healer can revive the party with HLB3. That would basically be the same as in Trust from Final Fantasy X. Just a bit more roundabout due to gameplay mechanics. I mean, a knight lives to serve! Come on! She's got Entrust, but... we, the Warrior of Light, don't? Not fair! Yep, get the hell out of there.
I admit, I may have underestimated you lot. While defeating you would be quite a feather in my cap, the gates of Tuliol are a much easier target. Pop it. Versus she's making a run for it. Follow her. And I lose Perfectio Occulta. Oh well, perfect's the enemy of good. I'm trying to do good here, so good enough. Must you insist on being a thorn in my side? Very well. Then I shall plant the banner of evil upon the corpse of Eosia's hero, and the meek shall flock to me. Make my fervent desire manifest. Grant me the power to seize undying freedom. Wait, is she actually going to become undead or something? Did I actually call Zombor? No. There's no way. Or is it the sandworm? It's the sandworm! Nope, it's a Sabotender. It looks like an undead Sabotender. Or a rotting one. Okay, we'll kill the rotting Sabotender. What the hell is this? What am I up against? Mycotender. Oh, it's the mushroom! Oh, wait. No, that's not her mushroom. She still has her mushroom. Go forth, my prickly punisher, and crush those who would bind us! My, but what is this sudden, dreadful feeling? Perhaps I haven't been sleeping well as of late. Oh! The other totems are coming into play. Pathogenic power. Oh. And... oh, crap! I got hit. Heal up. Rotting Roar. Circle. Pop this. Mold spores. Oh, crap. This is literally just... oh, I just realized what I'm up against. First boss of the Meteon dungeon! Okay. Pop this, unload. This bunny girl knows my fucking weakness. The dead ends. Ah, crap. Gonna have to get good. Oh, fuck. Okay, at least it's not that annoying mechanic. Okay. Cool. And, of course, you interrupted my DPS rotation. This is why I've been trying to find a new job other than Monk for harder content. I can never get Perfectio off! Just, I just want to pop off! The job sucks and I can't unload! They really need something like Pictomancer, but for all jobs, where I can just save my big burst for when I need it. Like I could just hold. Something like, I don't know. Soulstone! Yeah, just call it something like Soulstone, where I pop Soulstone, and I return the Void Scent to the Job Crystal, and, yeah, I return the Void Scent to the Job Crystal temporarily, and it holds my form and my Perfectio Occulta. That would fix the job. When in doubt, just steal from WoW. Warlock. Warlock logic. Just like, yeah, just let me hold it. Hold it in reserve. Oh! Active time event. Or party coming to save me. One of the two. Dawn Trail theme, huh? My Perfectio Occulta is fading group. Oh. Well. And it faded. Annoying! Even in the scripted sequence, I can't get it off. How can you stand before the treasure's might? What are you? Such power that we would welcome and within the passage of the Unbound. Okay. Piyahi, the architect, is now engageable. Okay. First things first, take out the Myco tender. Do not falter, my spiky soldier. Gather around Cat Knight, everyone. Okay. Crest of time borrowed. Crest of time returned. Can you withstand this? Spread out or we'll be swept away. Got it, spread. Ah! Dawn Trail trailer theme. Where was this in the MSQ? This would have been way more hype! Shit. I have to pay attention. I'm too close. God damn it, you're interrupting my rotation again! Okay. Unio, get it off! Can I get off Perfectio Occulta? Even my spiny savior has fallen. Perfectio! There we go! Time to die, bunny girl. Flesh boiling punishment lake. Ow. Lake of fire. I'm not finished yet. I can replenish my ranks. Sniped. What? Her little mushroom companion was fake too? Oh. It seems I must admit defeat. Yet know this, I do not believe the ideals for which I fought were misguided. Of course not. The real passage of the Unbound hasn't been tried. Think back upon the leaders who came before you, those 5 self-serving souls who dared to live as they pleased. Each one the perfect image of liberty, yet ultimate perfection cannot be achieved without ultimate power. That is why we fought, why we became villains, to tear down the world's nations and their stifling rules, so that the voiceless many may speak again. What made you feel this way? Cat Knight has told you already, surely, that the exile that emboldened my hatred of meaningless restrictions also led to my awakening. I couldn't have known true freedom without it. And as I traveled the world, I noticed the same thing everywhere I went. The many were bound by the few. In Gridania, citizens are discouraged from joining hands with their neighbors. In Ul'dah, merchants craft laws to exert their control over others. Even in Limsa Lominsa, once lawless pirates are made to bow to the state. Need I say more? The countless Ishgardians who were tricked into sacrificing themselves in their church fanned the flames of war. The people of the East, whose entire lives are determined by outdated customs and morals. I had to go west to find what I sought. Here in Tural, I lived a life unbound. Or so I thought. After a terrible tragedy, I was forced to find a new home once again. Terrible? What happened? I could scarcely say it. I was asked to pay for my lodgings! This is just Bunny Girl Karl Marx. Seriously. Ingalls, can you loan me a few shekels? I have to live in a capitalist system. I have to work to eat. What is wrong with this system? Why can't I just be lazy? Pay? You mean you hadn't been paying all along? I know most normal people are thrown for a loop by this shit too. Yeah. Why should I have to trade coin for a roof over my head? My village charging for something was so essential was unthinkable. So as long as one followed the rules, that is. For the first time since my exile, I questioned my path. I now had convinced myself that taking care of my drunken sisters night after night wasn't so bad after all. Where did you live again? No, that doesn't matter. Surely if you can accept trading labor for a housing, you can understand the reasons behind trading coin for it. No, money is just another rule that's used to control us. A rule that I won't accept. She really is textbook. She really is textbook communist. And just as Delulu. I was forced to live on the streets. In my tent I plotted the rebellion would start with me and end with the authority of every nation in tatters. Even though I know for a fact people like this exist in real life, it's still funny every time you hear it. Fictional or real. Yet, one day, after long hours of sowing discontent, I returned to find my tent gone. In its place stood a sign that read, "No vagrancy!" This is funnier than Hildebrand! Why was Hildebrand the serious, gritty plotline and this one the funny one? I like how they mixed it up this time around. The jokes land more when you're not expecting them. And even when you're slightly expecting them, you're not expecting them to go this hard. Yet one day after... Okay, yeah, I read that. I'm too busy laughing to read. The last thing you owned was gone in an instant. That can't have been easy. I can understand your perspective, Apiyahi, but a world where everyone did what they pleased would soon fall to chaos. Laws are the only things which keep us from that. True! And I know firsthand what it's like to be bound by old rules, rules whose purposes are sometimes baffling. But you don't have to follow them blindly. If you're dissatisfied, you can work to change them. What you speak of, Apiyahi, is not freedom, it is self-indulgence. So you're saying if I change the law, I can do whatever I please? Not a word got through to her. Talking anymore would just be a waste of breath. Exactly. And now you know why people like myself do not argue with communists and fascists, the woke left and woke right, respectively. You're talking to a wall. You're talking past each other. You're not having the same conversation. It's literally not worth talking to these people. Just follow your own conscience, and they will follow their lack thereof, and eventually you smork them on the head. Welcome to life. It's time to put her in chains! This is all you're doing, isn't it? It's time that you join the rest of your minions! Yes, arrest this lunatic! I won't resist, but this isn't over. Those who share my vision will hear of this injustice, and they will carry on my legacy! They will read my manifesto and keep trying over and over again! I know. The passes of the Unbound shall remain open forevermore! Anyway, that was an experience. Your bravery was inspiring everyone. Apiyahi is in the custody of the Landsguard and her treasure is destroyed. Without their leader and secret weapon, the Unbound may well and truly be finished. We should return to Zabalyav Tae and let Ral Majun know about our victory here. It's not even worth hearthing. The city's right here. Okay. I have to work to earn money to eat. What is this system? I heard all about your battle with the Passage of the Unbound. Leave it to you all not only to capture their leader, but do so without anyone to y'all coming to harm. By the way, mages from the Wing of Protection inspected the remains of the beast you fought. Their discoveries were surprising, to say the least. They weren't actually individual organisms, you see, but a collection of minute fungi that had taken the form of familiar creatures. My Data Alexandria / Data Tyrol theory is slowly coming together. First, we have the unlimited potential of Electrope, which can recreate entire areas, alter the physiological appearance of a person to look like a monster, yada yada yada. You can do pretty much anything with Electrope. You can build an entire city out of Electrope. Hell, you can even recreate people out of Electrope, as the Alliance Raid questline points out. And now you have minute fungi that can recreate creatures. Kind of like mesoparticles from the Nier series. Wow! What happens when you combine Electrope with mesoparticles? You get replicates! Why does anyone even think anyone in Alexandria is a real boy and girl? They're all black mages from Final Fantasy IX! Wake up, sheeple! The plot is staring you in the fucking face! Play on the games! Sorry, rant over. Like, so many people are like, the Blood Dog Trail isn't good. It doesn't seem to be leading anywhere. It's boring. Really? The mages concluded that the Tyrol withdrawals sealed within the treasure were likely once a fungi itself. Wow! This explains the sightings of Apiahi traveling with beasts of all sorts at her beck and call. She built her army by finding the fiercest creatures she could and recreating them with the power of the treasure. But you stood against that army without a shade of fear in your eyes. As a token of gratitude, you're all welcome to tacos in the house whenever you're in town. What? Okay, now I know that data Tyrol part of my theory is correct. You're not going to give us free tacos because there is no taco and there is no spoon. There is a spoon, but there is no spoon and no taco. Calling it now. Speaking of which, I hear Tantawa and the others will soon be returning to their respective villages. Goodbyes are always bittersweet, but I'm sure they'd love to speak with you one last time. Okay, time to speak to everyone on the way out. I neglected to mention this earlier, but I was able to convince everyone back home to stop relying on the cradle. My sleepless days are over, but I've been busier than ever. I've looked to Ishgard's Knights for inspiration on how to build solidarity among the villagers. We train together and take turns on watch, among other things. Loza Nikwe no longer needs to spend her days abed, and sometimes joins us in our drills. I admit this new life wouldn't be the same without her. A new life for which we both owe thanks. Cat Knight, we'll keep striving to follow the example you set for us. My people have accepted the fact that we cannot always rely upon the heart sting, and even now train to build our natural resistance to various toxins. It took some time to figure out the right amounts to use, but I admit there were some close calls, but luckily the heart sting was at our disposal. Yet I believe that our strength lies in our ability to conquer hardship. I hope one day we can trust in our own abilities. That being said, it's been some time since I had a meal that wasn't laced with poison. I've forgotten how delicious food could be. The others will be glad to hear how key that the Dreamweave cocoon was to our success. And though it seems Apihahi recognized you from the moment you met, it didn't make a difference, did it? It just reaffirms for me that you've more than earned your renown as a hero. I still aspire to become a hunter worthy of Itoka's legacy, and know it will take a lot of time and a lot of hard work. For now, I'll focus on keeping my village safe, and I won't stop there. Keep your ears to the ground, Cat Knight, for someday you might hear tales of Koyuki, a hunter true. Everyone was so brave. My heart always starts pounding when the fighting begins, but I didn't need to worry. Since I'm here at Tuliolo, I'll visit the market before I return to my village. Oh, I almost forgot. Kakul Jaw sent me a letter. He said the authorities have taken his circumstances into account and decided to be merciful. He'll be released soon, and just as promised, my village will be the first place he visits. Everyone's looking forward to greeting him with open arms. If Kakul Jaw agrees to be our protector, then we can come to Tuliolo more often. To think the origin of the treasures lies with the Yakui. Even with such dominating strength as they possess, they sought still more when their very survival was at stake. My people were afraid of the Apex, so steal it away with our treasure. But over time, the treasure became as feared as the beast within it. Thus, we never considering using it as a tool to aid us. I've been training hard, and I hope someday I can help my people view the treasure from a new perspective. Might take a while, but we'll get there. I'm already stronger than the last time we met, right? You don't have to answer, but trust me, when I tell you we won't take the easy road like Virazon. Every bit of progress we'll earn through hard work. On that note, as much as I'd like to stay, I suppose we all have homes waiting for us. Let's say our farewells to Brookavu and Raul Majun. Whew. Whee! Best quest in Dawn Trail so far, in my opinion. Unironically. Awesome! I like this ending. I'm glad you got to catch up with everyone. Shall we bring this party to a close, then? Be well, everyone. I'll bring Lozaniqui next time. I want her to meet the people who helped us. Stop by my village if you're ever in the region. I'll treat you to a freshly hunted boar. Everyone, get home safely. We'll meet again soon. I hope I was able to pay back the debt I owe you, if only a little. If you ever need help again, you know how to reach me. It was a long and trying road, but the treasures are finally back in their rightful places. In the passage of the Unbound, with no one to lead, their meager numbers will fade into obscurity. I'm sure we'll hear no more of them again. Here's to peace in Tuliolo. Rules. Basic social considerations. Who needs them? Those pathetic bastards don't even see the yokes around their necks. Did you see how nobly Apiahi fought? As long as I can remember that sight, I'll never turn away from the path she showed us. It's up to us to continue what she started. We don't need those artifacts to bring down nations. We'll find a whole new kind of weapon. Yuck. The passage of the Unbound will remain ever open, and we'll be there to guide others upon it. There are more of you! Criminals over here! We found more woke idiots in the establishment! Arrest them all! My gods, run! We can't be caught here! Ah! This is almost a 7 out of 10. Almost. If it wasn't for 7.1 and 7.0, Dawn Trail would be a 7 out of 10 for me. But I think the patch content's good more to make up for 7.0 at the end of the day. Like, ooh, just saying. Ooh. Okay. A passage rebound. Out of a curiosity, do I get a title to go with that? Sweet Justice. Oh, well. Don't mind if I do. That does sound like the type of title that I enjoy. Sweet Righteous Justice. Ah, that's better. And I'll learn the orchestrion role. Well, that's all for my whenever stream of Final Fantasy XIV. If you like what you see, then please give me a follow if you haven't already, and subscribe to me on YouTube if you watch me there. And, well, hopefully I will either see you later today or tomorrow for those Endwalker extremes I wanted to finish off before moving on to WoW. Then, once I'm done with the WoW stuff, I'll then move back to Persona 3 Reload and or Rebirth, depending on how quickly I get through the MS2 of Rebirth again. In any case, this has been Captain Alexander. See you later. Bye-bye. Before you go, I'm going to find a raid target on Twitch, so let's just do that. Let's just raid someone. I'll just raid this person. I'll never start the raid. Unable to raid them at this time. Oop, nope, wrong button. Following. I'll just raid Nux.